All right, I did not work my warehouse job today, but I'm out and about and figured this is the best time to do this recording. I want to comment on yesterday's recording. I was very, very transparent, so if you haven't watched that one, you want to hear me disclose some very personal information. Well, I'm going to do a little of that in this one as well. But if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's my confession. Exploiting Armenia. And I mean, I was sincere, it's true. I even got Ozgur to say something heartfelt in the comments. He's usually arguing against everything I say. So, I don't know how to convey how excited I am when everything looks like it's going to hell in the world, in Armenia, in my country, and in my personal life. But this project I've been working on, it just keeps moving forward. It's just this long process. And I want to confess? No, it's not. This is not a confessional video. This is a vision casting video. So, I was inspired to make this video based on an email I just got and read by one of you, someone who prefers to remain anonymous. I don't even know who it is, but it's an Armenian. That's about all I know, who is disheartened, who has seen not just 100 years, but a couple centuries of his people, your people, being oppressed, suppressed, massacred, on the losing side, not just of a physical war, but of the disinformation campaign of denialism. And I can't possibly know how that feels. But this person laid it out in an email, and I got emotional just reading it because I recognized that angst, that discouragement. And it's weird because I feel it, even though I can't possibly feel it. I'm not Armenian. It's not my personal ethnic history, but it's my human history, and it's my faith history, and this person is acknowledged not a person of faith. And I would say it sounds like because of this history, how could God allow these things to happen? And that is one of the first objections, or one of the loudest or most common objections to even the belief in God. How can a loving God allow these things to happen? How could Armenia be chosen by God only to be massacred over and over again? And I'm not going to proffer an answer to that right now, because there are answers. There are philosophical arguments, and there's nothing that's going to satisfy. There's nothing that's going to make that feeling go away. The only answer I will offer in this video is God is above us. God, that sounds so cliche. God's ways, right? God's nature, God's essence transcends our comprehension. That's all I mean by God is above us. We see within a temporal worldview, we only have partial information. We have information that is told us by our parents and our teachers and the media. And a lot of it is lies. I mean, there's just huge gaps in our knowledge that force us to believe falsehoods, right? This life is a journey toward truth, ideally. But when when you don't know what voices to listen to or who to believe, you can be discouraged. And so, didn't really expect to go down that tangent, but I have this incredible optimism. And the fact that any of you are watching, even those who don't believe, even those who are discouraged, like you who emailed me today, all I ask is that you bear with me. I'm not asking you to bear with God, though you should. Just bear with me. And I want to address another thing, and here's the kind of the disclosure of some more of my vision, the vision casting. Several people have reached out to me saying, do you have PayPal, or do you have some means where I can send you money? And I'm so humbled, and I'm emotional about that. And I see that as something in the future that I will be setting up. But I don't want, I've considered, I had a GoFundMe up for a while. Took it down recently. One of the things that's on my agenda, my slate of things to do in sequence, and I should probably start looking into it more right now since several of you have done that. It's like, it's not so much that I need money right now. We all need money, right? It's that you are motivated to give, and I shouldn't rob you of that opportunity. But I want to, it's now possible technologically, what I'm about to talk about. It wasn't even possible, say, 5 years ago, but now it is possible. I don't want you to give money to a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter where you're contributing and you don't receive anything in return. There's something called Wefunder now, and I could go through Wefunder, but I want to look into the algorithm, the tech that they have developed, because I have questions. I don't want it to be exactly like Wefunder, but what Wefunder is you can give $100 and own a portion of a commodity, a portion of an intellectual property, say, or an invention, or whatever the person that starts the Wefunder is developing a product. I want everybody who gives to be able to own a piece, a small piece. It used to be a law, like the Securities Act of 1933 essentially made it impossible for small investors to actually own and receive residuals if the thing turned a profit or whatever. It was a limited investment to large investors, but now it is possible. I know it's possible to do $100 piece, and I don't know if it could go all the way down to like $10, but what I want to do is create an intellectual property associated with this project and make it available for everyone at a $10 contribution that you will actually own a piece. And you could give more, but I want it to go down to as low as possible, so I want every person to own a piece of this, right? Even myself, I will own a piece. I want every person to benefit from this thing. So I'm not saying I'm going to have that whole system set up anytime in the near future. I may set up, there's ways to receive contributions or whatever, and I may look into that or whatever. But so one of the aspects of this project, because I can't sell it. I'll finish with this. Okay, but first, subscribe and share, and click the notification bell and comment, etc., etc. Subscribe, pass this on. But my goal is to get as many people a piece of this thing, ownership of it, as possible, as early as possible. Because when things grow, when you're on the ground level, right, when you're at the beginning, the way things normally work is your piece of it grows exponentially. One small investment grows, and so that you will benefit the most the earlier you are in, right? And that's part of my goal. So I got a lot on the plate, but I just want to encourage you, even you, Oscar, you can have a piece of this too. Yeah, and then your eyes will open that I'm doing something good and right. All right, that's it. Watch another video, pass it along, whatever. That's enough for now.